Hey, what's going on, everyone? Here's a dollar on daily chart. It looks like the bearish retracement's in. Just sliding, sliding, sliding. It's a 95 breakdown. Could look pretty good for gold and silver. Let's see. This has got a support line, daily chart, support line there. So down to 94. If it breaks down, looks like it will. Did the same kind of thing right here. I broke down and tapped that line. This line's a little bit more steep, but look for previous low breaks. See if we can get this thing dragging down to 94. So far the week it's opening down. So it looks like a whipsaw across the 34 on a weekly chart. And a bearish retracement on the dailies put in. So let's see what happens. S&P. Here we got a I would say it's a pennant, but it's in a pinch, obviously, and it's high. It's riding the high end of the chart of the pattern. We've got two lows here. Looking for another opposing point on the way down. If we use this opposing point, it's already outside the pattern, so it doesn't make any sense to do that. But we just use this 1-2 point here. We're in a pattern. We've got a long line of resistance here. And today we ended up pulling off a falling star with a tiny, let's just call it a short-wicked falling star, but still definitely there. The pattern looks bearish to me, even though it's riding the top half of the pattern. Let's confirm this candle, see if we can get opposing point. If this small line of support right here, very small line of support, that small line of support doesn't hold, could see falling prices pretty rapidly, as this is a reverse head and shoulders failed breakout. It broke out this highs. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4 highs here. It broke out. If this confirms falling star, breaks down on the downside, it could get a pretty nasty, I think. It's a failed pattern on a top. But anyways, the price is in between two resistance support lines. Price is getting wound up, and it looks like it had a breakout and came back into support. But now, tonight, today, this evening, whatever, the new candle has opened down. And if this breaks down, confirming this candle, we get very little support holding this top up. And as we very well know, that somehow went parabolic. And it's kind of rounding off on the weekly chart. For now, for the week, we are also putting in a bearish candle, but the week has just started, so let's see what happens. Not a good start for a top chart, though. The 10-year bond. Let's just wait for some kind of a breakdown. Otherwise, this thing's going to follow through and break previous highs. You get a nice flat top. Lower highs or higher lows. So price is in a pinch. see if it breaks out of the pattern. Deutsche Bank, you got a double bottom here. Look for a breakout. It's right here at resistance on this gap. It needs to go up and hit the other side of the gap and break into previous lows at the same time. So, and then we got another too many gaps. Anyways, we got a bigger problem here. We got a double bottom. Looks like Deutsche Bank's going to be saved by the bell, as it needs to break previous highs and into this gap, into previous lows. Yeah, it should go. It's got a double bottom. It's working. German bond as well. It looks like it's going to go up. Could quite easily break zero and hit previous lows at resistance at the top of this gap at 4.4. So if we get a nice run out of it coming past zero. Japanese, I think on the daily, this is the actual bearish retracement. That bounce on the Japanese 10-year bond looks like they pulled back this rubber band so hard it just it snapped. So then prices came back to equilibrium. I'm going to see this come down as a stair step into support, and we'll see at that point whether it holds on or not. But longer term on this thing is looks like a bearish retracement. It's been put in, and that's the first try over the 34 on a weekly since the breakdown here. So look for 3 tries. There's the one. It's been an opposing point. If it can stay in between support and resistance between our EMAs and our SMA, I'm all for it, but I'm looking for an opposing point to come so the way the prices can bounce off some kind of a level. If price stays in here too long, it's going to have to go up and consolidate. Otherwise, it's just going to fall apart. So, anyways, I'm looking for an opposing point. It does have a nice bottom on the weekly chart. We've got a double bottom and a bounce. So look for an opposing point, and then maybe a try at zero again, the Japanese yen. But on the daily, things going to come down like a stair step. So it's consolidating. Use gold. Gold is in that pattern still. Thought we had a nice try at breaking some ground today, but we're in that pattern. It looks good. It's a high flying pennant. Say it's a weekly pennant. Look for prices to bounce in between until we get outside those lines. It's a bullish pennant coming off a bullish trend. These patterns can be very violent, so let's see if we can get some real good action out of this. Silver, I'm not sure about silver still. The pattern is weak. It does have a pennant, but longer term it's got where was it? Let's see here. Longer term, it doesn't feel good at all. It's still below where we need to be. It hasn't consolidated much above the SMA 34. It needs to go above 50% of this candle, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have any momentum. The only thing good I can see is it did come down to the bottom twice now. So it's got some bullish spirit, but it doesn't have any consolidation where it needs to be to gain momentum. Right now it's bottom feeding on this top pattern. And just not sure yet whether or not they're going to take this thing down to 1850 and call it a day. Let it bounce, or let it run. I don't know. Now, that's the longer term of that pattern, but if you take it down a notch, you bring it closer in, we got this pattern forming that's getting tightly squeezed. So we got a slow meandering uptrend, and we got a downtrend that's going to come and wedge the price in really hard and fast. And we do have a double bottom now. Looking at a double bottom, let's look for previous high breaks. Let's get above the 34. That previous high, the previous candle, and get a pop out of this thing. If it breaks that pattern, it can easily break that high, no problem. And don't know what it's waiting for. Again, we're below the 20 mark too. Just not too sure about silver unless it wakes up all of a sudden. Whoever's selling it's not being able to take it down. So, you know me, I'm bullish, but let's see what happens. Copper. Copper's got that low pattern running. And you notice it took some of the lines out in some of these charts, but I just want to show you these patterns forming instead of showing you the lines. That's a bearish flag, so careful on the downside on copper. That's another reason why I'm skeptical on silver. Anything can happen. We are at support now. Previous lows, we are at support. Got a little bit of support below that, but just doesn't. That's a bearish flag on copper on a daily chart. Oh no, excuse me, that's a 60-minute chart. Let's go higher up. See the flag. We're at support. Could these patterns fall apart? Yeah, but you gotta see it to believe it. So until it happens, we don't know. But let's see, what is this? Is that a weekly chart? No. There's daily copper. Let's take this line out. We got a 3-bar pattern here. Morningstar 3-bar pattern. Daily. That looks pretty badass, actually. On a daily, look for previous high breaks. Oh, that's deceiving, huh? Unless I'm wrong about the flag pattern. Let's see here. Well, anything can happen. I think that's a bearish flag, but if it can break previous highs, that daily chart looks awesome. You got a Morningstar 3-bar pattern. Down, guy at its lonesome, doji style. Good thing it's a hammer. It's knocking out a bottom. Then the third opens up, comes down into support, and then takes off. It's alright. So in a different perspective. If we hold 50% of this candle, the body of it, we hold 50% of that body, the previous candle, we can keep momentum on this, and then watch for previous high candle break on a daily chart. $2.15. It's right there. Copper's a slow mover though, unless it gets going. So there you go. That's promising on copper. Right now we got a bullish retracement on this 3-bar pattern. And if it closes in this range by the end of tomorrow close, could be a bullish harami too. That 2-bar pattern. So concentrate on this 3-bar pattern. Look for previous high breaks. Take a freaking ride on that. That'd be pretty awesome. GDX. Still at support. Closing down every day, but it's waiting for something. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find some kind of a balance. I would use that line as your support. Look for previous high breaks. We're still waiting for this thing. Looks like GDX and GDXJ are both waiting for something. Just gonna hold that line. That's not gonna work out. Another thing about GDXJ is we gotta watch. We gotta watch for that. Oh, it was on GDX. We gotta watch that 3-bar pattern that was put in and hasn't confirmed yet whether or not it is intact. And right now, if it breaks the previous low of this 3-bar pattern, this thing could come down. And it's right there. What was it? The Evening Star, right? Evening Star, bearish. So it did turn out to be bearish, but then it came back, made a new high, but did not close above the previous highs. So my point is, this 3-bar pattern, this Evening Star, is still intact. Look for breaks into previous highs, and we might see this thing come violently crashing down. So anything can happen. Be careful out there. It just doesn't want to do anything. Just waiting, I guess. Waiting. The longer we wait, the less it's going to have a chance. The momentum dies. The ball stops rolling. Upward. Starts turning around. Still got support, but I don't know. It's only Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Let's see what happens. Let's take another look at gold. Looks like we're up for the day. Up $5 so far. Silver. Looks like we're up 10 cents, and definitely going to go above 20. Consolidate above 20. That's it. That's all I got, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Let me know what's going on out there, and please pick me up over there on Steemit. The link is in the description. It's a blockchain for creators. So I'm going to post my videos over there. If you can watch those videos over there instead of YouTube, there's a bigger chance I can get better payouts, and that means a lot. when you're spending a couple hours a day doing this. But let me know what's going on there. If you can donate, please do share, like, and comment, and let me know what's going on out there. I see you.